Get the pre-brief, so I didn't know where to sit. Apologize for having me from the back. Of course, Jim Hart, I got introduced to Purium, what was it, about last fall, something like that. Was introduced to it by my wife, Stacy. As a good husband, I always support everything that she does. North, south, if you know what I'm talking about. Keeps everyone happy. So, after watching what she did and all the research she put into stuff, and she just got me interested in it. So it was December 27th. I decided, okay, holidays are over. Much like the lady that just talked, I had a history of a lot of physical pain. I've been in the Air Force for 20 years, and 12 years ago I had my first major surgery, which was a disc fusion. So that kind of, apologize. So that kind of contributes to my pseudo accent that I have, because whenever I had to push my larynx over to get into, put the plate in. So that one makes you a little bit sedentary. You don't get around doing much. Then knee surgery about 6 years ago. And then 2 years ago next month, back surgery. So I know what the physical pain is all the time. Each time I would come back, I would battle back, try to lose weight, try to get back into exercise and do everything that I needed to do so that way I could meet the standards. And then each time it got so difficult because I always just felt terrible because I wasn't putting the right stuff in, like everybody else is testifying to. Not putting the right stuff in, so you always feel miserable. You can go out and you can run 4 or 6 miles, but if you're not putting the right stuff in you, you're going to feel miserable. And if you have a lot of physical pain, you're going to feel miserable. If you have the extra weight that you're carrying around, your joints are going to feel miserable. So whenever I listened to her and I started, like I said, December 27th, by the end of the first week of January, I was down 13 pounds. So 13 pounds. I wanted to see what it was about and how much it would change me, so I spent the next 10 days going back into my old habits. And I did it by choice because I wanted to test what was going on. And I wanted to see how much of the stuff I actually wouldn't want anymore. And I was surprised. The only craving I had afterwards was for new shakes. So he can go ahead and join me up here. So I guess there's a lot of pros that can be associated with Purium. Every experience I've had has been great with it. I mix all kinds of different concoctions myself, and I haven't found one that I haven't liked. So it's real easy to follow, everything else. Hang on, I'm talking to the nice people. And whenever I met Geraldine at our house, one of the things I told her, I was like, you know, one of the goals I have is to not be in as much physical pain, because I used to not be able to pick this little guy up without hurting as bad. And of course you can see it's relatively easy now. And I wanted to be able to keep doing that no matter how much he grew up. And the only negative, I wish that they would come with some kind of a compensation thing for buying new belts. Because as I told you, whenever I came here, I found out last night I was coming here, so I didn't get to go out and buy new, better fitting pants. Found out 5 minutes after arriving here that I was going to come up and talk, so I had no time for anything else. And I told Geraldine, and she told me I have to share. On the way here, I had to put another hole in my belt because I had to work so long. So that one was the start of the first one. That was the start of the second. Actually, that started the first one, started the second one. And after not doing one, but just following some maintenance and replacing some of my stuff. And if you ever tried to put a hole in a leather belt with a Phillips head screwdriver, it's kind of tough.